Let's see. We are live. Okay, we're live. Welcome to the replay. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk about what we can learn, we as marketers can learn from Ridley Scott's storyboarding process. If this is your first time here, if you and I have never met, my name is Monique James. I am a content strategist and a fractional CMO, and I work with online brand owners and nonprofit leaders to help them clarify the elements of their marketing strategy so their marketing does what they need their marketing to do. And this conversation, this brief chat, was inspired by an interview that I saw recently. Ridley Scott was promoting Napoleon. The movie came out, I don't know how long ago, recently. Ridley Scott made Napoleon, he made Alien, he made Gladiator, he made Thelma and Louise, he made Black Hawk Down, all of these big, like huge movies, right? And in the interview, they were talking, the person was asking him just questions about his process and how he goes about making the movies that he has made, because he said he loves everything that he's ever done. And he has a specific process that allows investors, that allows the budgets for his movies to, in his words, double. And that process, that method, is storyboarding. Ridley Scott is actually a trained artist. And when he has a vision for his movies, he draws the scenes out completely. Like he physically sketches them out so that he can see his vision on paper. And I imagine what happens is when he's in these meetings with these studio execs and talking about how much money he's going to need to make his movies, having that vision be plain and clear and something that those people can look at and see is the key that unlocks the checkbooks coming out and the budgets increasing so that he can create the thing that he wants to create. And so what is the lesson? When I heard him say this, immediately like hit me because I recognized the importance of having the vision and being able to cast the vision in a way that people buy in. And so, if you are watching this as an online brand owner who just started your business this morning, or you are a CEO leading a team that is growing and thriving, or you are a nonprofit leader, whatever position you find yourself in, if you are already recognizing the value of leveraging online channels, digital marketing channels to get the word out about you, about your brand, about your offers, about everything that you're doing, you have to be able to cast a vision. But before you can cast the vision, you have to be clear on what the vision is. Because the people that you want to say yes, the people you want to buy your offers, need to buy in to your vision first. And that is what resonated so deeply with me because using Ridley Scott as an example, for some of us might seem a very far-fetched example, but if you are able to cast a vision and to invite potential investors, and I'm not just talking about investors like we in business know of investors. Every person who buys your product is an investor. They have made an investment in you, in your brand. So if you want to attract investors, you'll have to be clear enough on your vision and be able to cast it in a way that resonates deeply with them and cultivates their comfort and their trust and their confidence in you so that they give you their money. And so I want you, all of us, to consider, especially we're having this conversation at the beginning of a new year. And there are a lot of you that are probably thinking about all of the ways that you can shift your marketing, change your marketing, um, tactics that you might be thinking about exploring, AI, all of these things are happening uh, in the marketing space right now. And you might be trying to figure out which avenue, which approach, which resource, which tool you should use. I am here to tell you that before you even get into the tools conversation, before you even start talking about the tactics, you need to have a clear vision. You need to have a very concrete understanding of what your brand does and how it changes, how it moves the world in a way that is specific to you, in a way that is specific to your approach, in a way that is specific to your brand identity. You have to be clear on those things because from that clarity, you can cast a vision that allows people to see themselves, that allows people, if we're just talking brass tacks, allows people to see that your brand, your offers are an investment that they will get a return on. Just like in the storyboarding conversation, just like in the funds raising conversation. So I want to kind of call out three parallels that immediately jumped out at me as I thought about how the storyboarding process applies to marketing strategy, at least in the way I do it, in the way I guide my clients to go through this process. It resonated with me, and I want to talk about them with you briefly. So the first one is visualizing the end result. Before you get into which channel to be on, how many times to email your people, whether you're going to do live broadcasting or pre-record your videos, before you do any of that, you need to have an end result in mind. What are the goals? Just like in the case of Ridley Scott with the filmmaking, he sees the movie from beginning to end before he even starts. He sees it. You need to have an end result. What are the goals? What are the goals that you've set for your brand that your digital marketing activities will allow you to achieve? What are the goals that you've set for your offers that your digital marketing activities will allow you to achieve? What goals have you set for yourself as the CEO that your digital marketing activities will allow you to achieve? That's what visualizing the end result looks like in the marketing conversation. Second parallel that I recognized is the audience centered approach. Now, if you've been following me, if we've been connected for a little while, you know how I am about customer discovery. Customer discovery is my favorite thing to do because it is powerful. If you do nothing else in your entire marketing strategy, but simply clarify in a more intentional way who your intended customers are, you will see change in the results that your marketing delivers. If you just do that, now, ideally, you want to do the other pieces as well, but customer discovery is especially important because those are the people on the other side of the conversation. The transaction, the relationship happens between your brand and other humans. And if you can't show that you understand those other humans, if your marketing isn't centered, isn't putting them at the center of the universe, then they will choose somebody else because they have options. They do. And so when you recognize that the consumer has options, in my mind at least, it lights a fire under you in a different way. It challenges you to step up, to it challenges your level of intention. You want to make crystal clear the experience of working with your brand. You want to show empathy and understanding. You want to show authority and leadership of thought. You want to show trust. You want to show confidence. All of those things are byproducts of you being clearer on who your audience is, who your intended customers are. I was having this conversation with somebody the other day. In your audience, everybody is not a customer. In your audience, there are consumers and there are customers. Those are different people. But when you've done that customer discovery work, that intended customer work, you will know the difference. And so you will tailor your messages to the people who are willing to buy, the customers. Same thing with filmmaking. The importance of understanding the audience guides the storyboard, because you have to imagine, how is this going to resonate with the people who will watch it? Let me tell you, I watched Saltburn yesterday and I am still processing. I just had to say that. How intentional have you been with discovering your intended customers? How have you invited them into conversations with you so you can learn more about them? Because the more you know about them, the better you can fine tune your messages to align, to attract them. That's the second takeaway or parallel. The third and final parallel that I'm going to share here in this broadcast is the clear message. Again, I understand, especially as a creator, what it can feel like sometimes to be flooded with ideas and they all seem like really good ideas and you want to implement all of them right now. I get it. The challenge is, just because it makes sense to us, to you as the creator, that doesn't mean it will automatically or it will immediately make sense to the people that we believe this idea will best support and help. And so the importance of clear messaging just rings louder in that, especially for people who are creative, especially for people who get ideas all the time and they want to jump and implement all of them. You will have to be able to clearly communicate the message of your brand, the message, the transformation of your offer, the experience that they can expect working with you, buying your thing. How are you using all of the mediums at your disposal? And when I say mediums or formats, video, graphics, images, color, voice, how are you using all of those mediums available to you in the digital space? Offline, a whole different set of mediums. In the digital space, how are you leveraging all of those mediums to communicate the experience of your brand, of your offers, of you? Because it is that message that your audience will be receiving and making decisions about whether or not they want to consume it. That's what's going to get them to watch, to listen, to read, to sign up, to purchase, to rave about. Like, that is what's going to do it. And that message has to be consistent. And I'm not talking about in pace or in how often it's heard, but I'm also talking about where. Is the experience with your brand on one channel the same as it is on another channel? Is the experience with your brand online the same as it is in person? Having that clear message becomes your beacon. It's the lighthouse that keeps you accountable, that keeps your team accountable, that cultivates trust and gives you confidence so that you can show up and deliver the types of messages in a variety of ways that will only confirm and affirm what it is that you want your audience to believe about you, about your brand, about your offers. So those are three parallels that I wanted to share. There are more, and I actually think I'm going to turn this into, I'm going to write a blog post about this, because just that quick interview, when he said on the board, the budget doubled. And here's the thing, I want to say this too. It doesn't matter if the things that you sell are high ticket offers or $20 offers. It doesn't matter. There is still a responsibility as the marketer to cultivate that sense of comfort so that the people who are opening their wallets don't have buyer's remorse. It's a responsibility. Whether your offer, I have things that I sell that are $50, $5,000, $10,000, and it doesn't matter what level. It doesn't matter how much that person is spending. I have a responsibility, because that matters to me. If this doesn't matter to you, then I'm not talking to you. I have a responsibility to ensure that the experience from A to Z, and Z is not the moment they type in their credit card number. Z happens well after they've purchased, as long as they stay in my community, as long as they stay on my email list, as long as they stay following or connecting with me online. Every single touch point has impact. And when you get to the point, if you're the person right now who sells $20 whatevers, when you get to the point, if you get to the point that you decide, I want to raise my prices, understand that you are signing up for a greater level of stewardship of the experience that your people will have. On the board, the budget doubled. That means he had to go into the room already clear and have already casted or prepared to cast that vision in a way that would invite people to say yes. The budget doesn't double if the vision's not clear. So I want to challenge you to get clear, because the people that you want to say yes, the people that you want to buy your offer, need to buy into the vision first. And that work, that clarity work, is for you to do. As the leader, it's for you to do. Don't shortchange your brand in this year. If you've been doing it before, don't do it from this day on. If you believe in the thing that you are offering to the world, and you believe that it can help and it will help, show that you believe it by you investing in the vision first, investing in getting clear, investing in understanding your intended customers, invest in leveraging all of the mediums that you have available to you without exhausting yourself in a way that aligns with your bandwidth. But make those investments so that the people you want to say yes will decide to make those investments in you. So if you need support with marketing strategy in this new year, I have a variety of offers that are available that can help. You can head over to my website, moniquejames.com/offers, and read all about them. If you have questions, comments, anything about this conversation, keep it going. Drop them in the comments, drop them in the chat. I would love to hear it. Oh, I've been getting comments. I didn't even see it, y'all. My bad. Hey, y'all on Facebook and on YouTube. The tech, we're not doing this today. But y'all, let's step it up this year. Let's challenge ourselves to really show up in our brilliance. Let's stop stifling our brilliance. Let's stop allowing fear to run our businesses. Fear is not the CEO. Limitation is not the CEO. Ego is not the CEO. Let's do it. All right. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Drop your comments, takeaways, whatever in the chat. And I'll catch you later. Catch you in my next broadcast. Bye.